Hi all, it's Coach Tom here with some ways to keep your feet and ankles soft and pliable for running on trails. Those unforgiving bastions of bruised arches and sprained ankles. Follow these steps and your feet and ankles will be more forgiving for you. First, a quick lesson in foot and leg anatomy. We'll start with the gastrocnemius, or the gastroc. There's the two muscle bellies in the back of the leg. And then deep to that is the soleus. And those combine to form the Achilles tendon, and then those attach down at the heel. On the front, we have the tibialis anterior, which comes down and helps form the medial arch, and is the location of where we get shin splints. On the lateral side, we have the fibulari muscles. Those come down and back behind the ankle bone, and are affected when we sprain our ankles. And on the medial side is the posterior tibialis, and that's where we get posterior shin splints. Coming down from there, we have the foot, which contains numerous bones and muscles, and is a complicated machine and needs constant attention. Breaking that down, we have the heel, the medial arch, lateral arch, and the transverse arch, the instep, the toes, the plantar fascia, the plantar muscles, and many other muscles that help move the toes. So let's start with warming up some muscles. First we'll do the calves and the shins, and we'll use a foam roller for that. So start by rolling out the calves, and we're going to break this down into sections like we would with any larger muscles. So do the lower section, and then we'll come up, do the upper section. You usually want to spend about a minute on each group of muscles when you're using a foam roller. So we're going to come over and do some work on the shins. And then we'll warm up the sides of the legs using our hands like this. Do this for a few seconds. It's going to warm up quicker than the calves and the shins will. And then we'll move down to the ankles, and we're going to do rotations at the ankles. We're going to do 10 rotations in one direction, and then change direction and do 10 rotations in the other direction. And then we'll finish it up with some warm up of the toes. Pull up, curl down, curl up, curl down. Do 10 of those each. So next we're going to take a tennis ball and use this to help loosen up the calves. So you're going to place that underneath the calf, and you're going to dorsiflex and plantar flex. You can do this at 3 locations, and you're going to do 6 to 10 movements at each location. Find the most tender spots and work on those. From there, you can put the tennis ball away, and you're going to place your heel or your ankle on your knee. And you're going to grab your heel, and you're going to push down and then pull up. Do 5 times each. This will help loosen up the ankle joints, this will help loosen up the heel joints. And then finish the warm up by rolling out your arches with a golf ball. So again, spend about a minute doing this. And you're going to hit the medial arch, and the transverse arch, and the lateral arch. You're going to get up, or get back to the heel, and work on that also. And this is great if you have any kind of arch pain, or any kind of foot pain on the bottom. You're then going to finish this off with some stretches. So we'll start with the calves, and to get to the gastroc, where you go with a straight knee, and bend that ankle forward, so you feel a stretch in the calf. Hold about 30 seconds and do 3 of these. And then bend the knee, and this will get the soleus. And same thing, hold for about 30 seconds and repeat this, so you're doing 3 of these. Now, if you find that you have high arches, what you can do is you can step on your instep. Hopefully you have some good balance for this one, or just hold onto a wall if you need to. And you're going to press down with your top foot onto the instep. And this is going to open up the joints through the foot and just help release those tight muscles through the arch. If you find that your arches collapse, you can activate your foot muscles. And you're going to do that by squeezing the ball of your foot and the heel together, like that. So like that. You're going to do 10 to 20 of those. If you find that your arch is just kind of rotating up and that you're activating the shin muscles, then keep working on that, squeezing that ball and the heel together. If you're doing it right, you should be able to wiggle your toes. Next, you can stretch your lateral leg muscles using a shoe. So you're going to place that under the ground with upside down, step on the shoe, and you have yourself a nice slant board. So this is going to loosen up the muscles on the lateral side of the leg. Again, hold the stretch about 30 seconds and repeat, so you're doing it 3 times. And then finish off the routine. Back on the floor. And you can bring your heel into your butt. And you're going to pull your foot up and your toes, and this will stretch your bottom of your foot and your toes. Now go for a run with your fresh feet, and when you get back, send me some of your running questions.